Hey there, it's David H. Lawrence the 17th. I was recently hanging out, as I am wont to do from time to time, on a Facebook group for professional audiobook narrators, and a question popped up that reminded me about a bigger issue. And the question was, okay, what does ACX do to tracks for our retail samples after they are approved, but before they go up for sale? And the rest of the comment was basically that they were upset. They spend so much time making everything so... Well, let me just read it to you, okay? What does ACX do to tracks after they are approved, but before they go up for sale? I'm listening to the retail sample of my book on Audible.com, and it sounds sibilant and tinny. I go back and listen on the ACX site to the MP3 I posted as the retail sample, and it sounds different. You know, normal. Same laptop, same headphones, etc. Do they routinely do something to all tracks? Or are they trying to fix something specific on my tracks? Now I feel all weird and self-conscious. I hope someone can advise me. And, clearly I get that as an audiobook narrator, you want to do your best work. You want to do your best production work. You want things to sound great. And when they take stuff that really does sound great and kind of dumb it down, make it sound that, not as good, and maybe you didn't make it, you kind of blame yourself and think, well, people will think that. They won't. Here's what I wrote back. What you hear is not representative of the actual audio that is made available once the customer purchases your book. And that's true because you can download HD versions of it. You can download regular versions of it. Even the regular versions sound better than the retail samples. And it's not just your retail sample. All the retail samples on Audible.com suck. And the reason is they are highly compressed to what an audiophile would consider to be very poor quality. But here's the thing. That really doesn't matter. People want to hear great storytelling. And if that's there, the quality could be even worse than it is now. I mean, think about AM radio. Nobody sits there and states the obvious with AM radio. Oh my God, that sound is horrible coming out of me. I'm driving and I'm listening to AM. What is that? AM radio? You don't care. You're getting the news, you're getting a talk show, you're getting, ethnic music, whatever you're listening to on AM. And it never enters your mind that the quality sucks compared to FM. And I'm not talking about AM HD, which can sound very, very good. I'm talking about regular old AM radio, right? People listen for content. They listen for what's being said, not how well the transmission is being received. It's not an audiophile's medium. It's an information junkie's medium. And so a better question would be, does it matter to Audible customers what the retail sample sounds like in terms of audio quality? And the answer to that is no. It doesn't matter one bit. They're not sitting there with a pad and a pen, with your permanent record in front of them, and they're about to listen to they're getting ready, and oh, that sucks, that's horrible. They're not even listening to your story, they're listening to the quality of the audio. That doesn't happen. That's not what happens. And by the way, this is the rest of what I wrote, since you can't control or improve on what they do, I would move this into the category of, quote, things you used to be concerned about, things you used to worry about, but don't anymore. And the responses I got back from people who should know better about this process were stunning in their anger towards what I said. I stick with what I said. Look, I create really good stuff in my studio. I make sure that what I put out there is as great as I possibly can make it. And when I hear the retail sample, I hear that they've compressed it down to a tiny little file. There are millions and millions of books on Audible.com. Each one of those retail samples is anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes. And so when you count up that amount of space on a server, even though server space is really cheap, it's still, if you made it full fidelity quality, first of all, it would take longer to stream and start streaming because it's a bigger file. But more importantly, you save space on the server and it doesn't matter. Do you get what I'm saying? Have you been through this before? Have you done really good work and then heard a sample of it as an audiobook narrator, or maybe you've heard a demo of somebody on YouTube or on Facebook or on IMDb or something of your stuff, and when they compressed it on that particular site, they really crunched the heck out of it, and it didn't sound as good as it did when you. Did it matter to you? Do you care? I hope not. But let me know. Let me know in the comments below, because I want to know what your thoughts are, and I hope this kind of lets you off the hook. In case you were worried that you were doing something wrong, you're not. Be a great storyteller. Don't worry that the retail sample on audible.com and on iTunes and on Amazon is less than audiophile quality. Because it's going to be. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. You can't complain. You can't change anything about your production process to make it sound better. You can't change it. So don't worry about it. Instead, turn all that energy and that concentration and that focus on being a great storyteller. That's the one thing you can change. And I hope you do. Coming up, we're, what are we at? This is episode 88 of the 365 day, one video a day challenge. And coming up in 12 episodes, episode 100, we're going to do an Ask Me Anything session. I'm going to go back through all of the comments that you've left for all the videos and pull some questions that are great. You can ask me anything you want. You want to put comments and ask questions, you can send me email. Send it to davidlawrence@gmail.com and put in the subject line AMA question for Ask Me Anything question. And we'll do it. Ask me anything you want about anything that I do, anything that I've talked about here, about me, about my history, about my equipment, about what I teach, anything. Ask me anything means ask me anything. So go ahead and do that, and I will answer them if I can in episode 100 and maybe 101 and 102 if there's enough questions. All right. Listen, if you want to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and click on my head there. If there's no head, look for a subscribe button. You want to see the latest episode I've done, go ahead and click on that frame there, and YouTube will play it for you. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17. I really appreciate you watching these videos, and I will talk to you tomorrow.